Hello everyone, it's the Firefly Simmer here, and today I am ranking most of the Sims 4 stuff packs from worst to best. The reason why I say most is because the only Sims 4 stuff pack that I will not be ranking is the Paranormal stuff pack. The reason why I'm not going to rank the Paranormal stuff pack is because I don't own it. I choose not to own that stuff pack because I don't mess around with seances and a lot of the witchcraft that's in that pack. Like, that's just not my cup of tea, so I never bothered to purchase the Paranormal stuff pack. And therefore, since I don't own it, I'm not going to be ranking it. But altogether 18 Sims 4 stuff packs I will be ranking. Alright, starting at number 18, the very bottom of the list is Tiny Living. I know a lot of people aren't going to like that because Tiny Living is a lot of people's favorite stuff pack, or it's like one of their top 5 favorite stuff packs. But for me, I don't really like the gameplay in Tiny Living. I like for my Sims to have a big yard and big space to run around. I like for my lots to have a lot of space to them. So I don't really use tiny lots in general. It would be kind of difficult to raise a big legacy family on a 20 by 15 lot, so that's why I normally stay away from small lots and Tiny Living. I often forget this pack even exists because a lot of the Create-A-Sim and build buy mode items that this pack comes with is just not interesting, like, at all. Tiny Living just isn't my thing. That's why it's at the very bottom of the list. Number 17 is the Machino stuff pack. I often forget this stuff pack exists as well. I mean, the Machino stuff pack hardly gets talked about at all within the Sims community, and that's because it's just a very forgettable stuff pack. A lot of the Create-A-Sim items in this stuff pack are just really tacky. A lot of the build buy mode is just really tacky. And I feel like this stuff pack should have expanded photography a lot more than what it did. Yeah, it gives us a little photo marker to where we could like take pictures like pretty much in front of anything. But the tripod that in the camera that this pack comes with, it kind of like glitches all the time, so sometimes it doesn't work at all. This stuff pack really doesn't do much for me at all or offer any exciting gameplay. Number 16 is Perfect Patio stuff. This stuff pack was released around the early years of The Sims 4, like when The Sims 4 first came out. And the main selling point of this stuff pack is an above ground hot tub, which is like the stupidest thing. The Sims 3 would have never released a stuff pack and then had the main selling point be one above ground hot tub. That's the most exciting gameplay the Perfect Patio stuff has to offer, is an above ground hot tub, which is really sad and also pretty infuriating to think that they could have a stuff pack revolving around an above ground hot tub. Is extremely ridiculous, extremely cash grabby, and like I hated a lot of the microtransactions that existed in The Sims earlier years. A lot of the build buy mode items that come in this pack don't even really go together. Like, it's just so random. In my opinion, I think they should have combined the Perfect Patio stuff pack and the Backyard stuff pack together. They could have called it something else, like the Outdoor Furniture stuff pack, something like that, Outdoor Activity stuff pack, because that would have served a much better purpose to have the Backyard stuff pack and the Perfect Patio stuff pack just be combined, and then just have that be its own stuff pack on its own, rather than splitting those two up. Which, I do love the Backyard stuff pack, but Perfect Patio by itself is just garbage in my opinion. Number 15 is Cool Kitchen stuff. The main selling point of this stuff pack is an ice cream machine, hence the name Cool Kitchen stuff. Instead of having one stuff pack revolve around an ice cream machine, they could have had a stuff pack that came with all sorts of kitchen appliances, like a toaster, all sorts of kitchen appliances, not just one ice cream machine. That would have made this pack so much more worth buying. But again, this pack also came out during The Sims early years, and they were really just trying to microcharge anything that they could. This could have been a pack that offered a bunch of different kitchen appliances that we didn't already have in the game, but instead they just decided to have it revolve around one ice cream machine. And something that irks me about the ice cream machine is when you put it in your household, instead of eating like a full course meal, the Sims will constantly go to that ice cream machine and fix themselves ice cream, and then they'll have a bunch of spoiled ice cream in their inventory. It's like, really? Same with that popcorn machine, which I'm going to get to Movie Hangout in a minute because that pack irked me too. Alright, at number 14 is My Fitness stuff. This pack, when I think about My Fitness stuff, it really makes me angry. Like, this pack is disgraceful. Like, this stuff pack is really disgraceful. They really had the opportunity to give us a whole lot of new fitness activities and a whole lot of new fitness objects. Like, this pack could have came with the option to jump rope. It could have came with the option to bench press, have pull-up bars. There are so many new fitness activities and objects that they could have put into this stuff pack that would have made it one of the best stuff packs, but instead, the only new fitness activity that came with this stuff pack is a rock climbing wall. They gave us a new treadmill, which we already had treadmills in The Sims 4. They gave us a new punching bag. We already had punching bags in The Sims 4. And they gave us a new weightlifting machine. We already had that as well. But they decided, okay, once again, let's go ahead and put one new item behind a paywall, and that new item was the rock climbing wall. Yeah, this pack should not be called My Fitness Stuff. It should just be called Rock Climbing Wall, Rock Climbing Stuff Pack, because that's basically the only exciting feature about it. Alright, at number 13 is Movie Hangout Stuff. This is another stuff pack that irks me and makes me angry when I think about it. Instead of an entire pack revolving around Sims sitting at their house, watching a movie on a big screen TV and eating popcorn out of the popcorn machine, which of course the popcorn machine was the main selling factor in this stuff pack. Pretty ridiculous. They could have instead released a stuff pack that revolved around running your own movie theater. You know how Bowling Night released a bunch of items that revolve around running a bowling alley, even though the only exciting item was the bowling lane itself? This stuff pack should have come with a bunch of items that were geared towards running your own movie theater, with a concession stand, movie posters. It should have come with the movie theater lot type. They probably would have turned that into a game pack, but honestly, I would much rather that than a little stuff pack regarding Sims watching movies at home with one popcorn machine. Like, that's pathetic. One tiny popcorn machine that if you place a popcorn machine in your lot, the Sims normally would go to that and constantly just make popcorn rather than eating a meal from the fridge, or rather than cooking themselves a real meal. And then they ended up having a bunch of burnt popcorn in their inventory. It's like, I don't even know if EA even tried that much in the early years of The Sims 4. It's just pathetic. Number 12 is My First Pet Stuff. This stuff pack is probably the most hated stuff pack in the Sims 4 community, and I kind of get it because when Sims 4 Cats and Dogs came out, it literally just had cats and dogs as the new pet choices that you could own. And prior to Sims 4, we had Sims 3, Sims 2. Sims 3 and The Sims 2 would release pets all in the same pack. Like, they would release small animals, cats and dogs, everything, all in the same pack. So the fact that the Sims team split up hamsters and rodents and stuff like that and decided to put them in a separate stuff pack really made people mad, and I can kind of see why. But come to think about it, if they would have included hamsters and rodents and cats and dogs, then they probably would have had to change the name of that expansion pack. And honestly, I think people would have been angry either way, because I don't think they were planning on releasing horses with cats and dogs anyhow. Okay, so my personal belief when it comes to owning hamsters and small rodents is I choose not to, like in real life, I choose not to have hamsters as a pet, because I think that they should be free to, like, you know, fish should be free to roam in the ocean, hamsters should be free to run around outside. I don't think they should be confined to a cage their entire life. So I already was kind of uninterested in the gameplay. The only reason why I bought this stuff pack is because I liked how colorful the build buy mode items are, and I like how colorful the Create a Sim items are, even though the hairstyles in this stuff pack could have been way better than what they were. Alright, number 11 is Spooky Stuff. I actually like this stuff pack, and I think that this stuff pack serves a better purpose than a lot of the stuff packs that I mentioned before it. I like that it adds more Halloween activities for us to do. I like a lot of the decor that comes in this pack, and I like a lot of the Create a Sim items as well. Of course, pumpkin carving in a candy bowl is not the most exciting gameplay, but I still think that this stuff pack serves a better purpose than a lot of the other stuff packs, because it actually kind of does live up to its name and give us a bunch of new Halloween themed items rather than the other stuff packs that would come with one or two new items. Alright, number 10 is Nifty Knitting. I know a lot of people are going to hate that this pack is ranked at number 10, which is pretty low, because this stuff pack is also popular amongst a lot of simmers, but at least I think it's one of the most popular stuff packs I've heard. Anyway, Nifty Knitting is another stuff pack that I forget even exists, because I don't find knitting to be entertaining at all. I don't find knitting to be interesting. Like, I don't knit in real life, and I have no desire to sit and watch my Sims knit. It would have been much better if this stuff pack would have came with like more hobbies rather than just knitting. Of course, they would have to change the name to Sims 4 Hobbies stuff pack Now with that being said, I do like a lot of the build buy mode items because the furniture and everything is pretty colorful. The stuff pack also comes with the option to have some super adorable mailboxes. Like, look at those mailboxes. They are some of the best mailboxes we have in Sims 4. I think those mailboxes alone make this stuff pack worth buying. At number 9, I put Crystal Creations. This is another popular stuff pack among the Sims community. Yes, I think it's cool that this pack gives us the option to sell jewelry. However, I am not interested in making jewelry or selling jewelry. This stuff pack was pretty disappointing for me, and I'm going to explain why. When the Sims team was advertising this pack, they made it seem like nearly everything that came with this pack was going to be very sparkly, like the clothing, the furniture, but hardly any of this pack was sparkling or dazzling. Like, I was expecting the clothing to be completely decked out in gems and crystals and just be completely shiny, glittery, but the Create Sim looked pretty opposite from Fabulous. Like, it looked like they had copied the wardrobe from Magic Realm and then just decided to update it a little bit and decide to have that as the wardrobe for Crystal Creations, which is once again a huge letdown. In my opinion, the two best things about this stuff pack are like the glass slippers and the crystal tree. Anyway, that's why Crystal Creations is at number 9. Alright, number 8 is Bowling Night. Y'all are probably thinking, what the heck, why would you put Bowling Night at number 8? Like, it's a very underwhelming stuff pack. And yes, it kind of is. The only reason why I ranked it at number 8 is because it comes with the option to have a bowling lane, which I do like the fact that my Sims have the option to bowl. You know, it's another fun activity for them to do, even though there should be way more activities than that. This pack should have come with the option to own your own bowling alley. You know, like the Dine Out game pack comes with the option to open your own restaurant. Bowling Night should have came with the option to run your own bowling alley, to where you can actually make it a business and make money off it. Of course, with business and hobbies, you can now finally run your own bowling alley, but that option should have come with this pack since it's centered around bowling. Now, what would have made this stuff pack a million times better, instead of just centering the pack around bowling, they could have centered this pack around arcade items, like all sorts of arcade items. More arcade machines, pinball machines, air hockey tables, skee-ball and alley rollers, prize counters where like you could bring a bunch of tickets up to the prize counter and then your Sim could get some type of unique item from that prize counter. Like, an arcade stuff pack would have been a billion times better than just revolving a stuff pack around bowling. Like, that, once again, is pathetic. I don't know what the heck EA is thinking. Disgraceful. Imagine how fun it would be to run your own arcade. Like, just imagine how fun that would be in The Sims 4. At number 7, I put Vintage Glamour. A lot of people hate Vintage Glamour. They're probably going to think that I'm crazy for ranking it that high on my list. But I think Vintage Glamour serves a better purpose than a lot of the other stuff packs. You know, it does come with a lot of cool Create Sim items and a lot of cool furniture. It comes with the option to have a butler, and it comes with a vanity that your Sims can use. I think it's a pretty decent stuff pack. Of course, it's not the most exciting stuff pack, but Vintage Glamour is a pretty decent stuff pack in my opinion. I personally think they should have combined Luxury Party and Vintage Glamour together and just had them be one stuff pack and then called it the Luxury Glamour stuff pack or whatever. But yeah, Vintage Glamour and Luxury Party should not have been separate stuff packs. They should have really just been combined and released together. Alright, at number 6, I put Luxury Party. A lot of people are going to hate that decision as well, but you know what? I like the chocolate fountain that this pack comes with. I think it's a pretty cool feature. If I'm not mistaken, this pack also comes with a buffet table for you to serve assortments at parties. Some of the hairstyles that we get in Luxury Party are some of the best hairstyles that we've gotten in any Sims 4 stuff pack or expansion pack or whatever. Like, I really like the Create Sim and Luxury Party. So all of that stuff is why I decided to put Luxury Party at number 6. Number 5 is Kids Room stuff. Prior to Adventure Awaits, Child Sims really didn't have that much activities or that much furniture or Create Sim. This stuff pack really adds a bunch of stuff for Child Sims. I really love the Create Sim items that come with the stuff pack, as well as the furniture. It was just nice to see EA focus more on Child Sims instead of leaving them out of most things like they normally do. Alright, number 4 is Backyard stuff. I love this stuff pack. I love Backyard stuff. The wind chimes, the water slide, the animations that they put with the water slide, the Create Sim items, the decorations. There are so many things in this pack that just go so well together. I love backyard stuff. Like, I can't recommend it enough. Like, it's a really good, one of the best stuff packs the Sims team has ever done. At number 3, I put Home Chef Hustle. As far as gameplay goes, Home Chef Hustle is one of the best stuff packs the Sims 4 has ever created. This pack gives us the option to sell food from pretty much wherever, as long as we have the food stand, of course. They can set up a food stand and they can sell pretty much whatever type of food that they want. Like, whatever food you could think of, you could put it on that food stand and like some Sims will buy it. This pack also comes with a pizza maker and a waffle maker. This pack comes with a mixer too. 3 items that should have basically came with Cool Kitchen stuff, but they didn't. But it is cool to finally have those appliances in the game. So that's why I'm ranking Home Chef Hustle at number 3, because it really is one of the best stuff packs the Sims team has ever done. Like, this is a high quality stuff pack. At number 2, I put Toddler Stuff. You guys are probably thinking, what the heck, why would you put that above Home Chef Hustle? Look, you know how I was saying earlier about how child Sims don't have a lot of activities and items to use before Adventure Awaits came along? Well, Toddler Sims, in my opinion, are another neglected life state in The Sims where they don't have a lot of activities to use either. So this pack actually does come with some cool items for toddlers, like a slide, a ball pit, a jungle gym. I use items from toddler stuff in almost all of my builds because a lot of my legacy families have toddlers, so a lot of the items in toddler stuff become very useful. So at number 1, in my opinion, the best stuff pack of all time is Romantic Garden Stuff. This pack comes with so much colorful landscape, colorful garden hedges, colorful flowers, colorful bushes, just colorful everything. And before this stuff pack came out, we were kind of missing colorful landscape in The Sims 4. Like, to me, landscape in The Sims 4 looked pretty bland before this stuff pack came out. It also comes with a wishing well and a cool splash fountain that your Sims could use. I also love the creative Sim items that come with Romantic Garden. There's some really nice hairstyles, really nice clothing, and it serves a much better purpose than Cool Kitchen stuff or Perfect Patio stuff or Moving Hangout. Like, Romantic Garden didn't just give us one new item, it gave us a bunch of exciting new items that are very useful and just add a lot of beautiful decorations to your Sims houses. Alright, so that's all for my rankings for the Sims 4 stuff. I'm pretty sure with my personal taste and my personal preferences, I was probably in the minority of what a lot of Simmers prefer in their stuff packs, but I had fun making this video and getting to share my opinion with you guys. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section as to what your favorite stuff packs and least favorite stuff packs are. If you like this video, be sure to click the like button, subscribe if you want to see more Sims content, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.